You're watching the new adventures of Supergirl, the movie, the Phantom Zone Saga. The Phantom Zone, home to Krypton's worst criminals. Including the evil Kryptonian shaman that would come to be known as Bonechill. He knew how to use the magical properties of maroon kryptonite to open gateways to various alternate realities. A magical ticket to anywhere in the multiverse.
I'm so scared right now.
This is the best movie ever! Oh my goodness, it's so scary!
Jeepers, this is one scary movie. Well, I guess there's worse places I could be. Cheyenne's out with her new boyfriend. Go figure. So I'm working the concession stand at the drive-in tonight. Look at that. Tonight's movie, werewolves versus zombies. Oh my goodness.
All shall know the name of Bonechill. And soon, even General Zod will kneel before me.
Bonechill used his sinister spell working to do something no one could have seen coming.
Where's Andy and Aunt Bee? Ah!
Uh-oh. The monsters are coming out of the movie. This sounds like a job for Supergirl.
The movies never used to be so dead. Don't worry, Supergirl will save the day. That's right, Peggy Sue. Make barbecue out of those no-good meats. It's the Heat Vision Hula Hoop. Get 'em, Peggy Sue Supergirl!
Not today, Supergirl, but I will be back.
Look who's back and putting his own spin on Halloween in Smallville. Uh-oh, that can't be good. I bet you were wondering if there was gonna be a werewolf. Well, if it isn't another appearance by TV's Don Knotts. If you can't beat him, join him, Don. Bonechill appeared in the night sky over Smallville.
Look who's back. It ends now.
Just as Supergirl was about to confront Bonechill, she was transported to another realm.
Jeepers, I'm stuck in the Phantom Zone, and Bonechill is loose on my world on Halloween. What do I do?
This Phantom Zone had completely ripped Supergirl of her powers without explanation. She was exhausted, her body full of pain, her cheerful demeanor dead. She was constantly being tormented by phantoms or being pursued by outlanders. There was always something unpleasant not that far behind her. And making things much worse, Supergirl was also experiencing the horror of Bonechill's chaos at the same time, like she was living two unimaginably horrific moments at once. Bonechill used his sinister witchery to transform the citizens of Smallville into the living dead. Supergirl felt as if she was in some alternate universe or a timeline she didn't belong in. Peggy Sue, no longer able to stand, fell to her knees. Memories from a life she loved flashed before her like a montage of Krypton's best moments.
Jeepers, that's Argo City. I remember it like it was yesterday. I loved it there. The House of El was treated like royalty in Argo City.
It is good to see you, young Kara Zor-El. Are you here for more of my jokes? Why did the moon of Wenthor stop playing hide-and-seek? Because it was always getting spotted.
Zippy was Brainiac's funniest convenience spot.
Why did the comet break up with the planet? It needed more space. Wazap! Knock knock. Who's there? Zap. Zap who? Zap's all, folks. Wahahaha. Zippy beep beep. That is all the jokes for today, Kara Zor-El.
I remember that weird feeling I got that day I was supposed to meet Uncle Jor-El here, but he didn't show up.
I am sorry. Your Uncle Jor-El could not be here at this very moment. He is in Kryptonopolis with the great General Zod, where I am sure they are having a very calm conversation about the implementation of Brainiac's AI into our Kryptonian data systems. As you may know, the use of AI in our culture is very controversial.
I remember my grandmother's cottage in Argo Forest, and Streaky. Oh, Streaky. Always playing with those crunchy bugaboos. She always seemed like she was having the best adventures, and she was always happy to see me. Hi, Grandma. I think Argo Forest will always be the most beautiful place I've ever been. Why did it get taken away from me? I wouldn't have to be here. I miss those weird little amphibians that used to fly through the forest. I used to love learning about the Red Sea in class, and just all of Krypton. Why am I somewhere I don't belong, and not Phobe?
These are the last things Supergirl thought about before... For most, being banished to the Phantom Zone is a sentence to eternal damnation, an endless living hell with no escape. Wait a minute, this isn't the Phantom Zone anymore. This is Eternia, and that's Castle Grayskull. It seems that a friend from another time and place has been watching Supergirl from afar and has decided to send some help. She-Ra. She-Ra quickly learned Supergirl's exact location. She-Ra would have to fight her way to Supergirl. Look, there she is. Don't worry, everyone. She-Ra can help. She-Ra used her sword of power to awaken the Eye of Ra and guide the energy of the Yellow Sun back to Supergirl.
Wake up, my friend. You have been recharged with the power of the Yellow Sun.
Jeepers. Who are you?
I am She-Ra, and I have been sent here by a friend to help you.
Supergirl mentioned that the last thing she remembered were flashes of happiness from her childhood, and that she crawled to that cliff to die. Then She-Ra explained that she once teamed up with someone just like her, and that they went on a grand adventure together and battled the evil forces of the ever-so-sinister Skeletor, the Lord of Snake Mountain, and she was just paying a good deed forward. Supergirl told She-Ra about Bonechill, and that the people of her hometown, Smallville, were experiencing a never-ending nightmare as a result of Bonechill using his magic and merging his Phantom Zone with her reality. She-Ra was more than happy to help. She loved a good adventure.
You're swell.
Meanwhile, Richie Cunningham was doing fantastic back home in Milwaukee after that little rat incident at the carnival in Smallville. Everything was back to normal. That is until we jump ahead to Halloween, where no one is aware yet of what's going on over in Smallville, Kansas. Richie was helping clean up after the Halloween party at Arnold's just before the midnight hour, when he heard a noise from the back room that was followed by a strange bright glow coming from under the door. Richie, meet the Sorceress of Grayskull, and she needs your help. The Sorceress knew Richie was the only person who knew Peggy's secret, and in order to save her, he would have to construct a phantom ray projector to defeat Bonechill. It would have to be made with 1950s technology. Richie would need to find these 5 core items to construct a phantom ray projector. The rest of the parts would surely be laying around at Fonzie's. A cathode ray tube, a radar magnetron, a car battery, a radio transformer, and a camera flashbulb assembly. Goodbye, Richie. The Sorceress can count on you. Back in the Phantom Zone, the ladies were forced to cross the Valley of Titans. In the Phantom Zone, time was experienced at a considerably slower rate. Mere minutes on Earth felt like months or years in the zone. The Phantoms, with their wicked trickery, managed to separate our heroines. The denizens of the zone knew that Supergirl and She-Ra would be easier to defeat if they were not together, and that would make our heroines one step closer to becoming Phantoms themselves.
Jumpin' jeepers. I'm in some sort of ancient tomb or mausoleum.
Supergirl had been dragged beyond her control down into the goblin-infested tombs of Fantoria, and She-Ra was up above in the Phantom Graveyard, being surrounded by Bonechill's mightiest skeleton warriors.
You call that a body? I've seen more meat on a salad.
Those skellies are cracking under the pressure. See? I told you this place was goblin-infested. Kung Fu kick him in the face, Peggy Sue!
Feel the burn.
Fire-roasted goblin, anyone? The Sorceress told Richie to tell the Fonz that she said she didn't have enough power to send a portal to Supergirl and She-Ra. The only chance of the ladies escaping depended on the construction of a phantom ray projector. All right, Fonz got the battery. That's one check off the list. Looks like Richie's at the Army surplus store looking for a radar magnetron. Maybe from an old radar set. It can create powerful bursts of microwaves and can be retooled as an energy carrier for the Phantom Ray. Look, there's one. It seems Richie didn't have an extra flashbulb assembly, so he sent Fonz to the general store to get one. The flashbulb can be used as a trigger mechanism. Supergirl and She-Ra had found their way back together. She-Ra explained to Supergirl that she was also now experiencing Bonechill's chaos.
I am Bonechill. Come with me, my children, and I shall lead you to salvation.
She-Ra could now see and feel everything he was doing, just like Supergirl could. Richie was visiting the local TV shop looking for a cathode ray tube when he came to this horrifying conclusion. Bonechill was the master of magical mental projection. He could haunt Richie's mind, and that's just what Bonechill did. The shop transformed around him. The shop was now a nightmare version of itself with seemingly no escape.
I think me and you need to have a talk. You can't run from me!
Looks like Fonzie's about to do the Fonziest thing ever. Yep, check radio transformer off the list. Yes, Richie got the CRT. He'll need that to create a focused energy beam. That was the last part, and the ticket out of that crazy dream world. The sorceress used her last bit of power to communicate with everyone at once. She told Supergirl and She-Ra to be ready. Richie and the Fonz were about to strike. There they are, with a phantom ray projector mounted to a Cadillac. Wait a darn minute. They're using the phantom ray as a phantom drive. That's remarkable. Just as Bonechill was assembling his new army of warriors. Kablamo! Richie and the Fonz took a 13-second ride from Milwaukee to Phantom Zone-infested Smallville to save the day. And just like that, Bonechill was gone. His grasp released, and everything was instantly set back to the way it was supposed to be. Well, would you look at that? It's TV's Don Knotts, and he's doing just swell. Looks like Peggy's taking a weekend in Milwaukee.
Remember me and Miss November rain, beautiful and strange.
Great Caesar's Ghost! It's streaky and zippy. They made it! They were just running a little behind.
Outside the lines, yeah, you were never on time.
You've always been slightly awkward, kinda weird, upside down and not all here. What's wrong with me and you is crystal clear. Sometimes I'm in a room where I don't belong, and the house is on fire, there's no alarm, and the walls they're melting too. How about you? I've never been